Happy Valentine's Day. We've been working through our romance energy this month, specifically because Valentine's Day is this month, and I've been wanting to do a series like this for years. And then I just thought, I just got to sit down and just like do it. We just got to work on this stuff and just get the job done. YouTube is as fine a place as any. So we're getting the job done. And we are about exactly halfway through the month of February. So what I would love is for you to really think about the changes you've noticed in yourself and in your romantic life in the past 2 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks. Can you believe that? Um, and come and share it in Intuitive Healing with Ali Duzette on Facebook. You can email me if you want, heal@aliduzette.com. I would love to hear your stories. How are things shifting for us? We still have the rest of the month to go, and I have stuff planned for every day. So this is really good, and I'm really excited for all of us. Today is a special day. So for the past 11 days, we were working on one by one issues that were lodged in the romantic energy field. And today we're putting in boundaries on that energy field. Okay, buckle up. So even though I'm like an intuitive healer or whatever, what I really consider myself as is a researcher. That's always what my passion has always been for research in general. I research everything. I'm obsessed with it. I love studies. I love science. And I just love researching. And so when my third eye opened and I started seeing people's emotions and seeing the energy fields in play, um, like that's cool. And I learned how to use it, but I learned how to use that for healing because what I really cared about was learning how to use it. I really just like research. And so when I tuned into our romance energies as a, kind of like a whole, and as I was looking at my own and looking at the possibilities that are out there, what I found is that a lot of people's romance energy is totally exploded. It's a disaster, dude. Like it has no boundary at all. What it's supposed to look like is a defined space. Oh, yes, this is great news. My husband's notepad, he won't mind. Okay. So if our romance energies, once again, look kind of like this. Okay, here we go. It's like the best friends necklace. Can you see it? Best friends. And like we're over here, our romantic partners over here, and then like they come together to join a heart that says best friends. Um, so it's supposed to have this boundary on it. I'm sorry, I have a new webcam and it struggles to focus at times. But what I see, what I saw when I logged in, I say logged in. When I logged into like all of our energy fields, what I found is that a lot of people's romance energy fields just look like this. Come on, machine, focus. Can you see it? It's not doing it, but okay. There we go. You can see it looked like just like dots. There was no boundary. Go. It's no good. This is why, if this is you, you tune in and ask yourself, does your romance energy have a boundary? Does it have an edge? If it does not, that probably explains a whole lot of your life experiences. And I kind of thought about bringing this up earlier in the series, but I thought, no, we just have to work on the junk that's still associated with all those little pieces. And then we'll work on putting in the boundary and like making this energy cohesive later. That later is today. Happy Valentine's Day. Woo. Okay, let's see what it will take to put in a boundary. I'm tuning in. Instant rejection of a boundary. It's like, how can I experience true love if I have a boundary? It's like the only way to truly experience true love is to have no boundaries and just kind of like float around, and they'll also float around. We just float around, and it's like that's the way, but that is not the way. So we're gonna download tap on tap tap tap, and we're gonna download instructions on how to have a romantic relationship and that internal personal boundary over your own romance energy where that is yours. It's just yours and it's not theirs. You know, you line up that best friend's necklace and it creates a heart, but each half is still belonging to the other person. Okay, that's the thing with this particular energy. There's not really a place. There's no way to be healthy and have no boundary. You have to have a boundary. It has to be just your romance energy. Okay, are we ready to accept some boundaries? I'm getting a yes. This is good news. Okay. Okay, in your mind, you're going to see God, Jesus, your higher power, creating a brand new boundary for you that will go over your romance energy. Okay, it's going to wrap around it and be a complete boundary the way that God thinks is the best way for you. Okay, so this is custom. It is perfect. It is the perfect boundary, but it is a boundary. And when you're ready, oh, not ready for that. Okay, so just see our creator making that boundary for you that's gonna come and replace the bunch of nothing or the damaged boundaries that we currently have. Now we've got to access the interior zone that we all have, but it's like a mess. We've been working on that mess. We've cleared out a lot of stuff from that mess. And today we are going to take it to the next level and clear out the resistance that that mess has to the new boundary, okay? It just says, I don't want a boundary. I don't want to change who I am. This is who I am. It's my identity. It's me. I have no boundaries when it comes to romance. Okay. Let's tap that out and just remove it. I'm removing old patterns of no boundaries. I am removing the part of myself that felt it was appropriate to have no boundaries in romantic relationships. It is safe for me to have a strong sense of who I am in my relationship. I get to be myself next to my other person, and we get to hold hands and be united without us actually melding energy in an unhealthy way. Let's step that in. Breathe it in. Okay, is that willing to accept that new boundary? I'm getting a yes. So that is good news. So let's imagine our creator giving us that new boundary, and you can see it around yourself. Like if your aura is shaped like an egg, your romance energy is like an egg, but it's actually a best friend's heart, but it's like bigger than you. And just see that golden boundary show up and shine up, and it's gonna look so shiny and clean and sparkly and good. And it's just going to add the edge, just like the boundary, the corner, okay? And that just says this is you and everything else is not you, okay? So that our systems know what is us and what is not us. So I'm looking at myself. I think yesterday I told my embarrassing story about the guys that I liked in high school. And I just asked myself, did I have good boundaries back then? And it was like super no. There was like no boundary. That was when my energy field was like floating about with no corners on it. And now I feel like my energy field has like a good boundary, but okay. Let's all accept those new boundaries. You may need to watch this video a couple of times over a couple of days or weeks or months to make sure that your romance energy has that solid boundary. It's not going to keep you alone. The only way that people can truly unite is through boundaries. Oh, I have like a pretty gross example of that. Like, do I share this disgusting example with you? Let me think about it really quick. I don't want to. It's too gross. Maybe a different day. But can I think of a less gross example? I don't know. But the point is, okay, this is a less gross example. Let's talk about holding hands. It's so fun to hold hands with the person that you love. And it's really fun because we both have skin. Okay? It would be a lot less fun if we didn't, right? Like it's fun to hold hands because you have bones inside, you have this structure, you have your muscles, and then you have that skin, okay? And if we didn't have those things, it would just be like gunky jelly, and you couldn't actually hold hands because you need structure to do that. Everything that couples do requires structure. It requires a boundary between two people, and then you find ways to kind of interlock the boundaries like the best friend's heart or like the hands that they fit together perfectly, okay? But they only fit together perfectly because each half is totally separate. They're separate and choosing to be together in a healthy way with a healthy boundary, okay? That's really what we're getting at here. So okay, putting in those good boundaries. I just heard like a ding. That's good. Looking good. Okay, I'm excited to hear how your Valentine's Day goes. Be sure to tell me all about it in Intuitive Healing with Ali Duzette on Facebook. I cannot wait. Okay, this is good. We have plenty more work to do. We have 2 more weeks of work around this to do. So show up tomorrow. We'll keep on going. Have a great day.